All right, welcome to Lucky 13 Podcast.
Hey!
And we have Melody in the house.
Frankie.
And I'm Jeff.
And that's it today.
Yeah, it's just us this week.
Yeah.
Shit.
What's shit? What
Nothing,
happened?
forget it. Well, next week. No, a guy sent me a song that I was going to set up.
See, you can't
to
get your shit together.
No, I know. Well, it's, the weather's fucked my head up. So next week I'll play this guy's
Jeff's
song.
always got a reason. Oh, it's raining. It's always an excuse.
I never have fucking excuses.
You're always at work.
You're always full of excuses.
I'm not worried with the
Oh, my
rain.
back hurts.
What's
I need to
with the
see
rain?
a
Well, I'm still
therapist.
I'm
I'm
here.
always early on time and I set everything up.
Yeah, whatever. I'm
But
not
sometimes
even
I
gonna
forget
get into
shit. And then I get stuck in conversation at the bar because then we get customers coming in, and I got to be friendly and nice and hang out.
it.
You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yeah, it's totally how it works. You know?
Gotta
I flash
put
my
up
I'm
front.
not friendly and nice.
No, I know.
I have a different point of view than
Yeah,
you.
no, I know. But some people like seeing you. But some people like being treated like shit.
Yes. Like shit?
Yeah, like shit.
How's your Thanksgiving?
My Thanksgiving was really good. I went to Chris's restaurant. So Thanksgiving Eve, I heard you were here.
I was.
I was actually going to come, but I heard you were here really drunk, and you threw a fucking shot glass and broke one of the Jack Daniels bottles.
I threw a shot glass.
It broke a Jack Daniels bottle.
Threw one shot
I had
glass.
yeah, but it broke something.
That's funny.
What happened if that hit somebody in the face?
I threw it towards Paulie.
Why? Stop throwing shit at Paulie. But it obviously
He
slipped.
drives me crazy.
Stop throwing stuff at Paulie. It's not nice.
If I'm sitting at the bar and I throw something in the direction of Paulie, it really can't hit anybody else.
Yeah, but it hit a Jack Daniels bottle.
It went a
Could be
little
glass.
higher than I was hoping.
I know. Well, your aim stinks. You shouldn't throw shot glasses. Shot glasses at employees. It's not cool, man.
I don't, well, let's not. Let's move on. Let's move on. So much I could say there.
Yeah. So, but my Thanksgiving was good. I wasn't here that night, but I went to the Vandal, Chris's new restaurant,
Yes.
and ate a whole bunch of food, and was
Was it like open
full.
normal, or did he just have?
Yeah, it was open normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't real busy when we first got there. Our dinner was at like 5, but then it just got it started to fill up.
People showed up here looking for food.
Oh,
on
did they really?
Thanksgiving, yeah, because last year you had
Next
a
year
huge
I'll
spread.
do it. Next year I'll do it again.
I heard
I just
people
didn't.
came looking for food and laughed.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like doing it this
I
year.
understand.
I was tired.
Get it.
My
I get
apartment's
it.
a mess. Yeah, it just
get
wasn't happening, broke. So
Well, I screwed my back up today because I was trying to move some shit around my apartment because it's fucking like a bomb hit it.
yeah, just call
pretty bad.
Frankie. Frankie will help you.
Nah,
I'll give you a
it's,
massage and move shit
yeah,
around your
no,
house.
No, thanks.
No?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm all set.
Yeah, so then I went to Pink's, that bar Pink's.
Yeah.
I went there, and then I came back here, and it was funny because I was fucking so stuffed. Listen, I'm fucking older than Kelsey, so and I wanted
No
to go.
shit.
Yeah, and I wanted to go home. And I was done after we ate dinner. You know what I mean?
Really?
I really was.
You all full?
Yeah, I was full. I felt fucking lazy. And she's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, I didn't want to be a pussy. So I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes I got to keep up with my young lady.
You have to.
Yeah, so I did.
How come my youngins can't keep up with me?
Well, it turned into a good time, though.
That's the issue.
She has moments where she acts older than me, but
Yeah. When are those moments?
when she's home and doesn't want to clean.
That's just because she's lazy and doesn't want to clean.
Yeah.
I don't want to clean either.
I fucking clean my apartment.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking, makes me nuts.
Some of us are a little messy.
Yeah, every woman I've dated is messy, except the craziest one.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
a little OCD happening there.
yeah, she was
The one who
super crazy.
threw a brick through your window?
No, that was
Not
a
that
hammer,
one.
by the way.
Oh, it was a hammer?
It was a hammer through my window.
Woo.
Yeah.
Your car window. I don't want anyone to think it was your apartment. 'Cause
Yeah, it
it's
was
even
my-
more scary than the
Yeah.
car window.
It was she did show up at my door one time.
Yeah.
Like unexpectedly when me and Kelsey first started dating.
Yeah, I remember
It was
that.
fucking creepy.
So that's not the one that was the cleaner.
She was clean though. She was very clean, but we never actually lived together.
Right. So
I think
you wouldn't know then.
Yeah, she started to kind of move some things in at one point, and I was like, "You're cute and all, but fuck no." Yeah, no. It was the other crazy one.
I don't know. You'll have to tell me later.
Yeah, I don't want to say any
Yeah, no,
names.
it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was good though. And then I just came back here on Thanksgiving and got really drunk and drank a lot of Jägermeister because of digestive digestive.
Yes,
you
it
know what I
is.
mean. So I drank a shit ton of Jägermeister, and I don't even fucking like
You're not
Jägermeister.
drinking Jägermeister.
I know,
what
but
the hell were you thinking? You were really trying to keep up with your youngin'. You're like, I'm in college. I'm gonna drink some Jaeger.
Well, you know it's bad when I'm just like I'm forcing myself to drink, and I know Jaeger will settle my stomach,
Oh
so
my
I just
God.
fucking force Jaeger down my
That's
throat.
terrible.
I could. I'm having a hard time with whiskey lately.
She's
So
just done some drugs.
what drugs? Cocaine doesn't want. It doesn't want me. I don't want to drink. I don't want. I geek out. I don't want to do cocaine in here. I feel weird. And I can't smoke pot. It makes me fucking
I know
loopy.
you can't. I was talking about the Kelsey Chili incident the other day, and someone said, he's marrying that psycho?
She's got to be a little crazy
The kind
for
of
me.
woman that poisons you when she's pissed off. Would you like some almond cookies?
Oh, it was not like that. So real quick, so Kelsey, Frankie, I'll tell you the story since you're sitting right here, and I can look at you. So when me and Kelsey, like the first week me and Kelsey had moved in together, I told her that I can't smoke pot. It doesn't agree with me. I get fucking weird and crazy.
It makes you really paranoid.
It's not even. Yeah, it makes me a little paranoid. It gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Good pot makes you paranoid.
Of course, Frankie. Frankie's like, I'm fucking paranoid as shit. This is some good shit.
Yeah, great. Wonderful. That's terrible.
I know. Who the fuck wants to deal with
That
that?
doesn't sound fun.
No,
You keep
no.
looking over your shoulder. Someone following me?
Yeah, no, I don't want that. So I went to band practice, and I remember it was at band practice. I'm sitting on the couch, and the two people next to me, like on either side of me, are passing a joint right over me, like back and forth. So whatever. Long story. So then I go home, and Kelsey had just moved in and made a big pot of fucking vegan chili, and it was delicious. It was so fucking good.
That Jeff had a second bowl.
Yeah, and I had 2 bowls of it. So then I sit down on the couch, and I had worked like a fucking 16-hour day and went to band practice, and it was it was a long fucking day. So I get home and I sit down on the couch and I'm watching some TV, and next thing you know, I'm like, I think I'm fucking high.
You got a contact high.
Yeah, well, I was like
smoking.
Well, yeah, well, I was like, I said to Kelsey, I'm like, I was sitting at the fucking studio and they were passing the joint back and forth, and I think I got a fucking contact high because I'm fucking high as shit right now. And she's like, well, I put a little weed in the chili.
Really?
So she fucking poisoned him.
Yeah.
If I was dating someone and they put drugs in my food without telling me, I would kick them out in that instant.
Oh,
that
come on.
would be it.
Kelsey's so hot and she's very sweet.
I understand she's hot, but that's psycho. No offense to Kelsey, but if someone did that to me, that would be it.
She
That would
didn't
be
even.
it.
What do you mean? I used to root for
So
you
she
all the
didn't
time.
Oh Jesus! She didn't believe that you couldn't smoke pot, so she wanted to test the
Well, listen,
theory on herself.
she learned her lesson because what happened
Well,
was
you were incapable of even doing any work the next day because I remember trying to cut in touch with you, and for 24 hours you were off the fucking grid.
Yeah, and I remember texting Chris Santos at the time too, like, dude, I'm fucking losing my mind. I'm high as shit right now. Because I would like go upstairs, like at the time we had a big apartment, I would go upstairs and try to work on the computer, and then I couldn't do that, so then I'd start cleaning, and then but I used to keep my apartment pretty clean anyway, so my apartment was clean, and then I would go sit down on the couch, and I couldn't sit down on the fucking couch. It was awful. It was
I know.
Yeah, it was awful. I didn't like it. And
Not-
so she learned her
not
lesson.
cool.
So she hasn't poisoned. I mean,
She hasn't poisoned me since.
no, she hasn't.
That sounds great.
It's not-
Good luck with your marriage.
Well, you know what? As soon as we get married, I'm gonna put a fucking hit of acid in her fucking
You should
drink.
get her back. I hope she doesn't hear this. You should.
I'm totally gonna.
Get
You
her
know what?
back.
I'm gonna put fucking mushrooms in her
Get her
fucking.
back.
And so I'm gonna do something to her.
That's why you had
It's,
2 bowls of chili. You had
terrible.
the munchies.
It was
You had the
delicious.
So the
munchies.
pot
It was delicious.
in the chili,
Yes,
Frankie.
it was delicious.
She put the pot
So
in
you're
the
high
chili.
and get the munchies. Hey, at least you didn't have to pay for the pot. That's pretty cool.
I can't eat on weed either because then I'm all self conscious and I feel like a fat fuck. Like it's awful.
That's hilarious.
I
Yeah, you
hate
feel
it.
bloated. I know that feeling.
It's not bloated, Frankie. I get self-conscious. Like I don't like. I fucking analyze myself like crazy. I overanalyze myself, and I don't like myself.
So what went on here this weekend?
So this weekend, I was here Thanksgiving night. It was busy. Then
It was?
for Thanksgiving night was really busy. Yeah, it was
Really?
nice. Yeah, it was. It was about. I got here. I
Katie
guess.
had a terrible day.
Oh yeah, it was awful.
Terrible.
It was awful. There was
Yeah.
like 3 people here, but then I got here Thanksgiving Day, and I got here about 10:30, I guess. And it was fairly busy, but then as the night went on, it got
People
busier
escaping
and
their
busier.
families, yeah.
And Rob was DJing.
I usually come by too, but I had to get up and go to the airport the next day, so I didn't come by.
Yeah, Rob was DJing, and we had a lot of fun. We were like requesting songs from him, and it was a cool party in here. Slim was fucking dancing, and
Yeah.
like it was cool. It was a chill like. It was busy though. It was fun.
Yeah.
And
Can you
then,
turn the sound off your phone?
oh yeah,
Thanks.
So then, but then Friday it was kind of. Then the rest of the weekend was kind of quiet.
Right.
Yeah,
Which it usually is.
Yeah, we
Thanksgiving
had.
There was a show.
There was a show on Saturday.
Yeah.
There was nothing on Friday, and then there was a show on Saturday. I
There
didn't
was
know who
Mike
played.
DJ'd on Friday.
Yes, that's what it was. Mike DJ'd on Friday, and Mike's a great DJ. It was a lot of fun. It was quiet though. I had a feeling it was going to be quiet.
Yeah, it's usually not crazy.
But it was fun. I got to be honest. I was so fucking hurting from Thursday. I
Yeah.
didn't even want to come down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people felt that way
Yeah,
too.
of
But
course.
Mike was DJing, so it forced me out. And I was actually happy I came out because
On my way to the airport, I was dying.
yeah.
Ugh.
It was
I
a lot
tried
of-
not to even drink too much on Thanksgiving.
Yeah. How the
but
fuck did you do that?
I was pretty good, but I was still Wednesday night. One of our regulars came in and saw me on the other side of the bar for the first time ever. This is how I got so drunk, and he was like, bought me a beer. I always drink beer if I don't want to get drunk. And then suddenly he's like, shots? Okay, I figure I'll have a shot or two, and then I gotta go because I gotta
And
go
shots
home.
leads to more shots.
But every time, so he bought shots from me and everyone I was with. So it was my sister, Melissa, and the dancers, and whatever. Every time we put the shot glass down, he said, anybody want some shots? Every time. Like the glass was not out of my mouth. And he was like, so, anybody want some shots?
So then you decided to
And I
just,
had to be like, can you stop or can you wait 5 minutes? And it was like totally insane. So I think we did like 8 to 10 shots in a row. And then I was like, someone has to get me to a diner because I'm going to die. Like I have to eat something.
yeah. Once you start throwing shit, it's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. So I went to the diner.
And then you went to your
I went to
uncle's
my
house
uncle's
on Thursday.
Thanksgiving, yeah. It was
That
very
was fun.
nice. It was a little quiet.
That's
Usually
good.
have more people.
Yeah.
It was a little quiet, but it's fine.
I heard that Katie came by and Melissa.
Yeah, Katie came
and-
by. Yeah, some of the crew came by. Ralph was there.
Oh, was he? Cool.
Yeah, Ralph usually comes.
Yeah.
I mean, where are you going to get vegan Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's
free.
fun? I spoke to a couple of people who had vegan Thanksgiving. Mike Scandano had a vegan Thanksgiving
Really?
this year. Yeah.
What's that about?
Well, his girl is
vegan?
vegan. Yeah.
No
So
shit.
took him to Angelica's kitchen. I was like, oh, how was it? He's like, no, didn't like it.
I don't like Angelica's Kitchen.
He said he's been to Angelica's kitchen. He really likes it, but this time
Thanksgiving
the Thanksgiving.
special.
Yeah, he said all
that
they had was
wouldn't
the
have been
Thanksgiving.
my choice for, like Blossom probably did something amazing.
And Candle 79.
And Candle 79.
And we went to Candle 79 for Thanksgiving
Yes,
one time, and a woman
came
walked in with a fur coat on. Yeah.
And I almost
a
lost
fucking
my
fur coat.
fucking mind. Who walks into a vegan restaurant and it was obviously real fur.
Yeah, because
Wow.
all heads turn in the
It was
restaurant. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Real fur?
Terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I was about to get up and have a fit. Jeff
Yeah.
had to be like, it's okay.
Everybody.
Did you order anything meat? Do you have meat here?
No, there was no meat.
vegan.
It's
It says right
yeah,
on
it's a
the
vegan
sign.
restaurant.
I mean,
Wow.
it's not. I mean, you had to make a reservation in advance to go to Thanksgiving at a vegan
Yeah.
restaurant. How do you do that?
Yeah.
Maybe she had like a boyfriend that was vegan and just wanted to be a cunt. I don't
Or
understand.
maybe she's ignorant and just didn't realize what the fuck she was doing.
I don't
There's
know.
people like that too.
That's true. All right.
There's people
fuck.
like that.
Terrible.
Nah, that was intentional.
Terrible.
That
Don't
was
hurt animals.
intentional.
Yeah, it was crazy.
That was
Don't hurt
intentional.
animals.
So Saturday night here, though. So Saturday night, I think 3 bands played. I couldn't tell you who the fuck
You
played.
think?
Yeah, well, I got here.
It was that show that I couldn't even figure out what was happening.
Yeah, well, it was actually a nice little crowd here for it. It was kind of like when the bands were on, there were people here,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the bands were done, they left. You know what I mean? Like, thank God we had a show that night because it was still a nice little crowd here, but the bands filled it up, and I got here about 10:30, and the bands were just finishing, like it was done. So the show ended really early. I didn't expect that. And Jason, our sound guy, even came out and was like, I can't call him Voodoo. I know his name is Voodoo. They call him Voodoo, but I can't.
Yeah, I call him Jean Paul Tall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I call him Jason.
Jason.
I can't
Well,
call him
that's his
Voodoo.
name. I wouldn't call him Voodoo either.
Yeah. But he's like, well, it's the shortest show we've ever had. I'm like, yeah, I guess it was. Because I got here. We're going to be giving away Overkill tickets soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because Jeff from Enrage, that's why I was a little bit late on Saturday night because I went to go pick up Overkill tickets because Enrage is opening up, who they played here before. And he needed to sell tickets. Not till March, but I was like, let me get a whole bunch of tickets. And I said, I'll raffle
That's
some
awesome.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take 4 for myself and then I'll raffle off 4. So I bought 8 tickets and then he gave me 2 on the house. So we're
Yeah.
going to give away a whole bunch of Overkill tickets at the Starland Ballroom for March 11th. So,
Starland.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I've never been to Starland.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
a cool spot.
It's not that far, right?
It's not that far. You need somebody with a car, though.
I have a car,
I know
luckily.
that, but I don't. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't go there.
You want to go see Overkill?
I don't know.
I don't know what date. I don't know what March 11th falls on. It's probably a Saturday
I'm
or
in
Friday.
Bali for 2 weeks in March, so who knows?
Are you?
Yes. I have a whole bunch of stuff you need to know that I'm going to be gone.
Bali,
here
New
and there.
Mexico?
Yes, I'm going to Mexico. I'm going to Bali and India. Bali and India are one trip, though. I'm teaching in Bali.
And you're going to
March.
Mexico?
Yes, I'm going to Mexico.
Where in Mexico?
I might be going to Mexico twice. I'm not completely sure yet.
Tijuana?
No.
San Juan?
Near the Yucatan, somewhere in the Yucatan. Somewhere in the Yucatan.
San Juan's Puerto Rico, by the way.
Yeah, I know. But I
Yeah.
didn't think you knew because you're retarded.
I know fucking, my geometry is fucking so good. You know what I mean?
Good job.
Yeah.
So my
Yeah.
weekend went to shit.
I
Totally
saw
went to
that.
shit.
You know, what are you going to do? You know, I'm sorry. I can't say I feel
flew
that
up
bad for
to,
you.
You should feel bad for me. I spent money to fly to Montreal, and the show got canceled at the last minute.
Oh, Canada? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frankie's going to read about that in the news.
Oh,
by
is
the
he?
way.
Okay,
Yes,
well, let's
yes.
not talk about that now.
Yes,
then.
but no.
I'm
All
sorry
right,
the show
we
got
can talk about it
canceled.
further.
I'm sorry.
But, all right, yes, because I'll let
Let's
my.
wait till Frankie gives the story.
Do you want to wait?
Well, I mean, yeah, why not?
All right.
Why do we don't want to talk about it twice?
I guess. And then there was a show
But
here.
what a waste of money for me and time.
Ah, sorry.
I'm sorry too, Frankie. I'm not really though. Well, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
And then on Sunday, Scarhead played and Mad Diesel played. It was Ralph's birthday and it
was
was
Alex's birthday.
Alex Rose's birthday. And I had dinner plans and I was just like, I had fucking 5 days of drinking
Yeah,
and I
know.
was done.
I hear you. I was back on Sunday.
I was done. You didn't come in on Sunday though, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure you were fucking jet lagged.
No, I was. There's no jet lag. The time
Oh,
is
it was
the same.
Canada. How
Yeah.
long-
Time is the same.
Yeah?
It's the same time in Montreal as it is here.
Yeah. How long of a flight is that?
It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, wow, that's not bad.
No.
It's still 4 hours of travel when you get into
You
it,
have to
right?
be at the airport fucking 3 hours before the flight. That's what sucks because it's an international flight. On the way there, it was an hour and 5 minutes, and I had to be at the airport 3 hours. It's
Wow, that's
fucking
closer than
ridiculous.
fucking flying to Florida.
It's really fast, yeah.
Wow.
It's really fast. But then you have to go through customs, and I look like this, so it was a whole thing. They pulled me off the line.
Yeah, you look like a drug addict.
And the government agencies always pull me off the line and ask me a bunch of questions, and then they see that I have India and stuff in my passport, and that's weird, and they ask me all these questions, and it's a whole thing.
You say,
Well,
thank you
you're
very
going
much.
to Canada to
Suck.
teach yoga.
Yeah,
That's why I'm going to Canada. I'm a
just,
teacher.
they just suck. They always have to ask me a lot of questions, and
I gotta renew my passport. You know, you mention it.
I didn't have the name of the name or the address of the venue off. I didn't know offhand because I didn't have the tickets with me. Somebody else had a ticket for me.
Yeah.
And so I couldn't tell them that, and that was like a whole to do. So
Right.
they're such assholes.
My phone's ringing.
Your phone's ringing.
Yeah, but it's
Turn
not.
it off.
I'm gonna put it up here.
Turn it off.
There we
So
go.
this weekend, I want to just get through before we go to the news.
Okay.
We have something's going on here tomorrow night. Some kind of record release party. Do you know what that is?
Yes, it's for the band only. I think though they were kind of using the
What does that
back
mean?
room, and I don't know. We can talk about it. I don't
It
know
just
what it
says
is.
Fear City album release party with special guest Lumps.
Yeah.
The hell is Lumps? Is it a band?
She's lump. She's lump. She's lump. She's in my head. And
Okay.
right? Was that
I
the
don't-
song?
I don't know what that is.
You remember that song from the '90s?
I don't.
She's the who's that? The president of the United States of America?
Oh my
Is that who that
goodness.
was?
I don't.
I think
have
it was.
No idea.
Frankie?
I have no idea.
I don't remember the band. The song I
She's lump.
remember, I don't
She's
remember the
lump.
band.
She's in my head. No, I don't
Wow.
know.
I'm not good with that stuff.
All right.
That top 40, that popular stuff.
It was like K-rock music.
Yeah, I don't ever really listen to the radio
Yeah.
though.
I
Well, you
worked-
drive, so you listen to the radio.
But also at that time in the '90s, I worked construction and stuff like that. So I was on jobs listening to radio.
That's fair.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's happening tomorrow night. I don't know what the story is with that.
it's a record release party.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And then this Saturday, we have Speed Metal Dating.
Frankie, you gonna get in on this?
Speed metal dating.
Yes.
That's
Speed
too
dating.
fast for me.
Speed dating. So it's
Speed
speed
dating.
dating, but metal.
Yeah.
So I thought we would get like 20 people. There's like 200 people that supposedly are coming to this thing.
Really?
So I don't think it's going to be that many people actually coming.
So how
I need you to set up chairs and tables back here.
I was gonna say are we setting up
You're going to
tables
set up
like
tables and
this
chairs back here.
and like in a line.
Yeah, and
So-
we're going to put the girls at the tables. Lorna's going to be taken care of on point. Lorna's taking care of it. My sister's
Okay.
going to be taking care of it.
Okay.
So each guy will have 3 to 5 minutes with each girl and move from table to table.
It's like the
The
dating
girls
game.
will have a scorecard where they can write down the name.
Can me and Kelsey sit on this?
If you want. I mean, what
Like
do you mean?
couples? Like pick up a chick?
I think that's a different kind of speed dating.
Yeah, I don't know if she'd be into it, but
You could try.
I could try
You
with
could
her.
just go to each table.
Yeah,
the two of you.
I just want to participate. I don't feel left out.
That'd be funny.
Yeah.
So each girl will get a scorecard and can write down the name, and if she likes any of them, at the end we will make matches between the people that like
Heavy
each other.
metal dating game. It's a
Basic, sort of.
Yeah, basically,
yeah,
Frankie.
sort of.
It's like speed dating for fucking metalheads.
That's
It
what it
sounds
is.
cool.
It's not like. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
No, it's like, because I heard this last time they did it, that it was done. There was a lot of girls who aren't even into metal.
I'm sure that might happen though, because
just
girls
like heavy
do
metal
like
boys.
the way boys look when they're into metal, which I think
I
is
have fucking
strange.
normal looking girls trying to get me all the time.
Yeah. Well, I have guys in suits talk to me too. They just think it's like
I'm just
living on the
kidding,
edge.
actually. I don't
You don't get
I don't
that?
get hit on ever.
Really?
No.
Huh. You used to when you were younger
I know.
and thinner.
Whoa, dude. I had a fucking black girl a couple weeks ago trying to feel my dick, but
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Well, she
yeah.
was looking for money, not for a date.
I don't know. I think she wanted my white penis.
No.
I think so.
She definitely didn't want your white penis.
She totally did. She totally did.
She's like, this is gonna be so small.
No, she's fucking, she just looked at me and she's like, I want that. Yeah.
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 She wants your Italian sausage.
Yeah, she wants my fucking average Italian sausage.
Yeah. Great, cool. So Sunday, we have a benefit happening here.
Yeah,
wanna talk about
Sunday,
that?
my band Eyes of the Sun is playing. Do you have the list of all the
Cool.
bands
I
in front of you? What the hell's? See, you made me put my phone away, so now I don't have the
make
list
you
of the
put it
bands.
away. What's the name of who's the main band playing?
But just go on the Eyes of the Sun page and you'll see it. You'll see. I know Full Scale Riot is playing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that's at 3:00. The show starts at 3. All donations go to this guy Sean Hutch. It's cool. You found it, right?
Yeah.
So I'll go on
Hutchins.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm sorry. I get distracted. It's all going to Sean Hutchings. His house burnt down. It's an awful situation. His family's been living out of a hotel and all this kind of stuff now. So Jimmy from Blast Furnace Productions put
is
this
he?
show together. He's in a band called One Less Scumbag.
Okay.
And he's a lot of friends with a lot of the New York guys. And so everybody was kind of happy
Wants to help out. Yeah,
yeah,
that's nice.
yeah. So it's cool. So Sunday, 3:00. It's a matinee show. None Above All. Embraced Agony is playing, who's played here before. Nothing Is Over. Unkept Herald is playing. Full Scale Riot. Eyes of the Sun, who is fucking amazing.
They're not bad, I gotta say.
Scars of Descent and Apparition.
Cool. What
Everything's
time are
going.
you going on? Do you have any idea?
Probably we're going on third to last, and
Maybe
it
I'll
starts
stop
at
by.
3. So probably going on around, I don't know,
7.
somewhere between 3 and 9.
Thanks, Dick.
No, I should probably be going on around 6 or 7,
6 or
I guess.
7.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll come by.
Yeah. It'll be
Then I'll
fun.
have to run away because there's a Juggalos event here happening after that.
Come on, you're not going to stick around for. I have friends who are
Absolutely
coming
not.
down just to see
so
the fucking thing.
if you love Juggalos, you can come down after 9.
Yes,
Sunday.
yeah. So at 9, there's a Juggalo
It's like
event
a
happening down
horrorcore show happening here. So if you hate that stuff, run away.
here. Yeah,
I'm going to run away.
I'm curious. I have a little extra
Alright.
security
Well, you
coming
need to
that
be
night
here for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to be here. But yeah, I have some extra security here that night too. So
Let's do the news.
anything, and then our last burlesque show is December 12th. I just got a text from Lucy Buttons today, and we're gonna have our last final burlesque show on
Okay.
December 12th. So, and is there anything happening midweek next week? No, nothing.
During the week?
Yeah. No.
I don't see anything.
All right.
Oh, there's something on Monday.
There is.
There is.
I knew something was happening.
I don't know. Some doom show. JP, I don't know. John Paul. I have no idea.
Go on the website. Whatever. We'll announce it at the end if we can find
Yeah,
it while
all right.
Frankie's doing the news.
Okay.
But I know there's a Doom show on Monday.
I'll
There is a
take a
Doom
look.
show on Monday.
Take a look. And then there's War Flag Comedy on Wednesday,
Yes.
the 7th.
Yeah.
That's it.
Alrighty.
Oh, and then the 8th, but we can talk about this next week again. We have that Blast Furnace show with North American Waste. Black Flag.
That is going to be a fucking
like
good
that.
time.
And CJ Ramon's band.
That show is getting we've sold quite a bit of tickets online already. So
Yeah. If you want to come to that show next Thursday, I would recommend you get
buy tickets ahead of time. Yes,
It
because it's most likely going to sell out.
might sell out.
They just added a show in Jersey, which stinks, but it's a kind of a ways away. So
Yeah. Okay.
but
Doesn't stink. That's good.
yeah, it is good. But yeah, whatever. It's great. Get your tickets beforehand.
Yeah. So that's next Thursday. So we'll talk about it again next Wednesday. But if people don't hear this till the beginning of the week, they should look into getting tickets for that. So you can go on our Facebook page, or you can go on Blast Furnace Facebook page and see how to get tickets for that.
See.
The 8th. Okay,
Frankie, what's going on this week?
Metal news for the week. Thank you, Metal Injection. Blink 182 is playing a Norwegian metal festival for some reason. Blink 182 has released its first album in 5 years, California, and it's a diverse band with Alkaline Trio frontman Matt Skiba. Hope I pronounced your name right. And it's overall a pretty big deal. The dates are June 22nd through June 24th, 2017. Thank you. And there's a lot of other cool bands playing with them. Emperor, Sabaton, Candlemass. I like Candlemass. They're still around. That's cool.
Candlemass
Did you
is still
see-
around.
yeah, well,
yeah.
did
No,
see
I
the-
like Candlemass.
You see the lineup that's playing with Blink 182? It's kind of
That's
weird.
insane. That
It's
doesn't
totally
make
weird.
any sense at all.
It makes no
Blink
sense.
182 is awful.
Yeah, it's like pop.
And pop metal.
Yeah.
And Emperor is
I like
playing with
Blink
Blink 182.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
how is that possible?
I don't know. It's
That's
Europe.
what it says in
It's in Europe.
Sabaton and Candlemass.
Wow.
Sabaton or Sabotage?
Sabaton.
I don't know.
Sabaton. I don't know them.
There's no I. Sabaton.
I know Emperor, I know Candlemass, but I don't know Sabaton.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Next.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Frankie. What else is going on?
Lamb of God's Randy Blythe.
Good job, Frankie.
Yeah.
Office update from the Standing Rock protest, which we covered last week. Last week, Lamb of God frontman Randy Blythe, and he's heading to Standing Rock to protest the Dakota Access Oil Pipeline.
He
which
did.
is
He
by-
did. He's back.
Yeah, it's by an Indian reservation, and now they're going to it would carry over 450,000 barrels of crude oil per day.
I keep having to move the mic closer to Frankie. He just keeps. I just see now you're
He
moving
keeps
away
moving
from
away
it.
from the mic.
It's too close. But
It needs to be that close.
He is. I mean, it's posted on their website, and he's back. But he said they rerouted down to a terminal in Illinois, and they rerouted it because hazardous. So hopefully it works out. That's what he's saying. And
He said, yeah.
It's hazardous, and hopefully it works out.
Yeah,
no,
they
but-
haven't rerouted it yet, but
No.
They're working on it, and he said the protest was pretty much very peaceful.
Unlike in Montreal, which I hope is coming up soon.
it is. But that protest though, that's not that fucking peaceful. They're spraying fucking water hoses on people and
Oh, really?
in like 22-degree weather.
Yeah.
And did you see the girl from New Jersey who just got her fucking arm almost blown off?
Oh, yeah.
There was that. It's not fucking peaceful. They just put razor wire around one of the burial grounds so that they couldn't pray on the burial grounds, which is fucking sick, And like the pipeline is a mile away from it. I don't want to get too fucking political about it, but the pipe. I don't want to get into it. It makes me
There's
fucking nutty.
definitely arguments on both sides.
There is definitely arguments on both sides, but you think that they would sit down and just,
Work it out.
Yeah,
Try
I
to
mean,
work it
the
out.
native people have getting shit on for so many fucking years.
really long
You think
time.
you'd fucking suck their dick a little bit and make them happy? You know what I mean? Like it's fucking bullshit. I understand there's millions of dollars and fucking involved with it and all that kind of shit. But then there was just an oil leak in a different pipeline recently too,
Yeah, I know.
which made a fucking mess.
No, you're right. I'm
But then
sorry.
there's also us being dependent on all this fucking,
Of course.
oil and fuel from other
I love
sources.
oil. But I don't know. Make
For
me
what?
make me a water fucking car. Yeah, it's crazy. A saltwater car, actually, because we have plenty of salt water.
Great.
No, you're right. It said, good to hear that Randy was not a victim of those incredibly painful water cannons cops were shooting at protesters.
That's
He
what
said
I
he
should
made
have.
it back safe and sound.
I should have been a scientist.
Oh, really?
I should have been. Yes, I come
Really?
up with so many fucking good
You
ideas.
can't do math.
Well, you know what though? If I started young, and I
You'd have
really
to start really young,
concentrated,
yeah.
and I didn't
maybe
do
not
drugs,
done heroin, yeah.
I didn't do drugs. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
could have been a fucking genius
Yeah.
if I applied myself.
If yeah,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Who knew?
My car would be running off urine.
Really?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
I could drink here all night long, and my tank would be
the most
fucking
useful
full.
source for
See,
fuel.
I mean, that's a brilliant idea.
It is.
You know
Look
what
at
I
you.
mean?
Look at you.
Yeah. Fuck.
Good for
I
the
missed my
environment.
calling.
Urine fuel.
Jeff missed his call.
I missed my calling, Frankie.
Next story.
I'm an idea man, Frankie. If you can come up with the you know what, Frankie? Like, you know, a urine car. If you could make it for me,
In this century, it could happen.
I want you to make it for me, Frankie.
Well, that can't happen.
No, that's true.
I want a Flintstone car. I can just put my feet,
feet in the
my
bottom.
feet on the floor. That's a Flintstone
I
car.
wouldn't trust Frankie with a fucking any car. Wouldn't trust him with a fucking big wheel.
I don't think I would either.
All right, what else? What else you got going on there, Frankie?
Montreal Fest canceled after protests against black metal band with neo-Nazi ties. If you're not familiar with Graveland, they are a black metal band from Poland. Frontman Robert Fudali, a.k.a. Robert Darkin, considers himself a national socialist. Which some more astute readers will be quick to point out in a fancy way of saying neo-Nazi.
Actually, he
Then
doesn't. He doesn't consider.
Poland.
He does. He does.
He does. There was, but he's contradicting
Okay.
himself.
He does.
'cause
His
there's-
band is not National Socialist black metal. Remember when me and Mike were
I
talking
remember.
about
I know what it
NSBN?
is, yes.
He says the band is not. It's not the themes they have in the lyrics, et cetera, et cetera. Their label is in Germany. Germany has the most laws to keep Nazism out of stuff. And their label is in Germany, and their label puts their stuff out. His personal political beliefs are a different story. Different story.
I got to be honest. I wouldn't give money to this guy.
That's fine.
I wouldn't.
That's fine. And you don't have to. But people were there. A lot of brown people were there. A lot of people were there to see the bands. All the bands got fucked. They didn't just knock one band
They
off.
should have just knocked the one band off.
And the protest was done totally illegally. The cops didn't do shit. There were people in masks. There was like, it was insane. You're not supposed to have masked protesters, apparently, there in Canada.
Anywhere.
Well,
Yeah,
they didn't
States
do
either.
shit. They didn't do shit. They were threatening violence. They were going in hotel lobbies and spraying tear gas and stealing shit from metalheads in the streets. And it's not okay. It's not okay.
See, I didn't realize it went that far. They said it was a peaceful protest.
Well, I was there, and I heard all these stories and things that were going on. And even if it was a peaceful protest, why are you going to shut down the show? That would never happen in New York City. Never.
Listen, we shut down a show because there was supposed to be there was an Oi show happening here, and we found out that it was booked, and then we found out that it was Rock Against Communism
Right.
guys, which is basically the same sort of thing,
Right.
and we
It's not,
canceled
though.
the show.
When you have skinheads doing a show where they're going to have actual Nazi propaganda, I don't want that in my club. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
They don't have that in their music, on the stage, or any of that.
So it's his own
It's
personal
like a
beliefs.
Viking band. Yeah, it's his own personal beliefs.
All right, I
feel like that's somehow separate. You know, it should be separate. He's vocal about it, true, but it should be separate. And it's just not right to cancel a show that so many people have come so far to see, spent so much money to see, and a lot of people were there. Like Jean Paul went up there to see Fortress, who's a Canadian black metal band who was also playing that night. Everybody got fucked. All the bands. The club lost all that money. Could you imagine being the club owner?
The club was the one that shut it down, though, weren't
No,
they?
the promoter is the one that shut
Why
it
would the
down.
promoter shut it down? Because he
didn't
lost
think
money
it was
too.
going to be safe. Because the
Safe.
police were not protecting anybody.
And there were how many club goers were there?
I don't know. That's a pretty big club, though, like thousands of people.
Were you
Like,
there on
it's
Friday
like,
night
it's
also?
Like a big club.
Like Irving Plaza?
Friday
side?
night, yeah, bigger than that actually.
Oh, really?
Maybe a little.
So it could fit easily 1,000 people in there.
Yeah. I don't know what the head count is, but I don't know. It just sucks. It's a rough time.
Yeah.
Rough time.
You know, it's weird though. Like
I understand why it happened, and I understand why they canceled the show. And if they really didn't think they could protect people, then I guess you have to cancel the show. But there should have been a way around it.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know, it's I don't know. That's such a hard thing. Listen,
you shouldn't have booked the band.
Yeah, you shouldn't
also,
have.
Canada, they apparently detained him for 3 hours before letting him into the country. He had a legal visa, and they found that there was nothing in his political convictions or anything, any record, any criminality, and they let him into the country. That alone should tell you that he's not doing anything wrong.
Right.
Your political beliefs should be, what happened to freedom of speech, freedom of expression? Should be able to say whatever the fuck you want on both sides. I am certainly not a fucking Nazi, but I think you should, and I swing way left in a lot of these situations, but I believe in freedom of speech.
I believe in freedom of speech too, as long as it's not.
And especially in music.
As long as it's not inciting.
He's not up there Heil Hitlering. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same thing.
No, Fidel said.
And even that should be allowed to a certain extent because it's freedom of speech.
I wouldn't like that if that happened in here.
Well, we wouldn't allow that because this is our club and we have our own beliefs here.
Right.
You know? So that was my weekend.
But it's
so instead I took all the fucking boys to a strip club.
So let's say, let's say they wanted to play here. Would you let them play here?
Absolutely, 100%.
You would?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, you said Fidel.
Just like with Destroyer 666, there was a little controversy.
Yeah, there was a little bit.
But it's stupid.
Yeah.
Like the everyone's getting way too PC about
and
shit.
it was, I mean, that show that was here, it was
that's different.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want anyone doing crazy things or goose stepping around. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But if it's your personal political beliefs, you know, and maybe I don't want to be your friend, but that doesn't mean I might not like your music.
and you're not spewing hatred.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
There's a fine line.
It is a
with these
very
things.
fine line.
There's a fine line.
It's a fine line.
And I would absolutely book bands like that, but there are bands that I wouldn't book. So it depends, you know. Okay. What else does it say about that? Did it say anything else?
No, it said Fidel said it doesn't. You know, it's not reflecting his other band's political view whatsoever.
Right.
And Graveland is not an NSBM band and never will and never was.
That's true. So there you go.
All right.
Moving right along. Thank you, Jeff. I'm glad I got you a little bit over on my side.
I mean, you know.
You just didn't understand the distinction between being a National Socialist black metal band, of which do play sometimes, even in the U.S.
I know. It kind of goes under the radar. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't, though. I mean, there's often protests. And
but, you know, it's funny being at some of these shows and seeing some of the bands that I know are controversial and seeing how many ethnicities are there.
Yeah. And Rob Darkin himself of Graveland, like, took a picture of his, like, somewhere and was like, look at my audience members. So many of them are not white. So how can you say that I'm racist or, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, he is, but he's not saying you can't come to my show.
Yeah, but he lets them buy their records.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Well.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Frank. What else is there?
In Flames bassist Peter Irwins quits after nearly 20 years in the band. In Flames' lineup has been in flux over the past year, namely due to the departure of the longtime drummer Daniel Sevenson, and continues to be in flux.
It's Jeff moving the microphone.
Could the mic get more closer to me? Thank you.
Frankie, now he's moving his chair
away
again. What the
Oh,
hell's
my
wrong
God.
with you,
He's going to be in
Frankie?
the other room soon.
I know.
I'm going to be in the
Keep moving
bathroom
away.
doing the metal injection news. Okay, in flux with the departure of bassist Peter Irwins.
He's hanging off
He's
the end
hanging
of
off
the
the end of
table.
the table,
But,
yeah.
like, what the fuck, Frankie? Just
Stay with the mic.
Yeah,
Right there.
there you go.
Good job.
I'm with the mic.
All right.
As a result, their current U.S. tour their current U.S. tour may last with One in Flames, so they're around to come and see it, and almost 20 years of fun. So
I totally
this will,
lost what that was about.
I was somewhere
this
else.
will
to
be
be
their
honest
last.
with you.
This will be
In
their
Flames.
last U.S. tour.
Last U.S. tour in Flames.
Yeah,
Yes,
in Flames
in
bass
Flames.
player quit.
With
20
Peter
years.
Irwins.
I was honestly
With Peter
somewhere
Irwins.
else.
So we'll come and see it.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I was starting to fade, Frankie. I'm sorry.
There was too much
It's that
hullabaloo.
mic. It's
Yeah.
that mic.
What else we got, Frankie? What else is going on in the world?
the metal
Five Finger
world.
Death Punch frontman says he had a mental meltdown.
Oh, he
similar
compared
to
his
Kanye
meltdown
West.
to fun. To who?
Similar to Kanye West.
Kanye.
Kanye. Sorry, Kanye.
Jayon West.
Yeah,
Kanye.
so fuck Kanye West.
Kanye. He's gonna insult like Taylor Swift some more.
Yeah, he's like saying he had like a breakdown, like fucking Kanye West. You know, Kanye West is in the hospital now. Like it's a whole fucking.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he
he was doing
thinks
it.
everyone's after him.
Yeah, he was like having a paranoid delusions.
Cool.
And then, you know, people were saying that the reason he had this is a theory that I've heard. This is a conspiracy theory that I've heard, is because have you heard of this thing called Pizzagate?
Yes, unfortunately, it's all over my Facebook from when I was posting about Trump winning the election. Some crazy broad was posting all about Pizzagate on my
Like, have you read about Pizzagate at all?
I can't even go there with these crazy people.
It's really funny because I just got into there's the whole Dakota pipeline thing happening, and somebody had said to me recently, this is just doing this to cover up Pizzagate.
Pizzagate, yeah.
And
you
I'm
were
like,
what?
And I had heard about Pizzagate, but I didn't really dig into it.
God,
but he was
we
so
can't.
into
We
it,
just
so
can't.
I know Hillary was a big child porn distributor. You know what I mean?
So ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So
it's crazy.
ridiculous. Yeah.
What is
crazy.
Pizzagate?
Frankie, I don't.
I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
I know Hillary wants a recount. I know don't talk politics, but it's like
It's
really
this
a
whole thing about
recount?
conspiracy theories where Bill and Hillary Clinton were dealing in child pornography. It's totally
Yeah,
ridiculous.
with all these celebrities and everything too, and the reason
It's
it's called
so
Pizzagate
ridiculous.
is because it was out of a pizza place in Washington, right? I think it was Washington. There's a pizza place that in the back had arcade games and ping pong tables and something like that, but nobody's ever used the ping pong tables or arcade games or something like that. So it was the ring out of the back of his pizza shop. So that's why it's called Pizzagate.
Oh, God.
But it's
Let's move on,
yeah,
please.
it's crazy.
I can't. So what happened? He had a breakdown?
Yeah, it's been
Yeah,
a
he had a
weird
breakdown.
weekend for Five Finger Death Punch fans. 2 nights ago, November 25th, the band cut short their set at DCU.
Due to Pizzagate?
DCU Center in Worcester, Michigan?
Worcester.
Worcester, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Massachusetts, sorry.
It's Worcester.
It's
After
Worcester.
Ivan Moody was in no shape to perform in between songs. Moody says he was in a bad place because his mother was dying. Oh, my
That's
condolences.
But it wasn't actually. But he's fucking out of his mind because it wasn't actually. Because his sister then goes on fucking line and says, "Our mother's fine. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about."
Oh, amazing.
So then he says that he calls this woman his mother, who in recovery she like helped him out, and it sounded like a fucking bullshit
Something
thing to
weird
me.
going
I
on
don't know.
there.
He just
Yeah.
didn't feel like
Get
playing
your
that
shit
night.
together,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
He did some bad drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Five Finger Death Punch anyway, so you can
No,
you can
we
click,
don't really give a
click
fuck
to the
about
next.
them.
This story was just mildly entertaining that his sister called him out on his bullshit. You know, what
I like that. I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I appreciate that too. What's the next story,
What's
Frankie?
I gotta go,
It's
Frankie. What's the
like
next story?
Moody's recovering quick. Hellfest. And
Yeah, there's a Hellfest in
Yes,
France.
there is.
Did you see the fucking lineup on
There
this
is a
thing?
Hellfest
It's
in
very
France.
strange.
It's always strange.
Like Aerosmith
It's
and
always
Obituary
strange, yeah.
and
2017 Hellfest in 2017 will be held in Clisson, France, between June 16th and 18th. Yeah, and will feature basically every heavy metal band that's ever made it slightly big. Oh, cool, Deep Purple,
yeah,
Aerosmith,
Deep Purple,
Linkin
Aerosmith.
Park,
It's very strange.
Five Finger Death Punch.
There's
I
five.
wonder if Moody's gonna play
They
with
might
them.
not play Five Finger
Yeah.
Death Punch.
Slayer, Rob Zombie, Opeth, Autopsy, Coroner, and Emperor. Oh, that's
Emperor-
so cool.
Emperor.
Deep
Yeah,
Right.
very strange lineup.
Yeah, it's like big bands in the different genres.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
It's gonna be a good
that's a
show
weekend
in
of my
France.
wedding.
Oh, is it?
Yes, June
I guess
17th.
we're not going to Hellfest.
No, we're not going to Hellfest.
Okay. That's all right. I don't really want to go anyway.
Cool.
Is that it, Frankie?
What else you got, Frankie?
One more. This is the best story this
Uh-oh.
week. Canadian police threaten to make drunk drivers listen to Nickelback if arrested.
Oh my God.
That's pretty funny.
That is amazing.
I can think of worse bands to listen to.
I
but-
yeah, I
like
could,
Nickelback.
but that's funny.
yeah.
I like Nickelback. Well, I'm an old man.
We know you like Nickelback, Frankie.
The police
What is
force in
Nickelback's?
Kevinson-
Frankie, what's a Nickelback song? Do you know?
Not off the top of my head, but yeah.
Oh, it's a lot
Yeah.
of- is it-
Yeah. No. Isn't that Nickelback? Wild man.
Is that same guy? Is it?
This
Oh no.
is how you remind me of
Yep,
what
yep,
I
yep,
really
yep.
am.
Is that
Not
Nickelback?
like you to say sorry. Was waiting for a different story. Yeah.
Yep,
That's
Melody-
fucking
Melody
totally
knows how
Nickelback.
Nickelback.
For handing you a heart worth breaking.
Yeah.
I've been wrong.
I've been
down
round.
to the bottom of every bottle.
Oh man.
Yep, Melody knows how Nickelback.
Melody's a fucking
You don't
Nickelback
like the
fan.
band, but you can.
I'm a
you can
Nickelback fan.
Yeah,
I know
I'm a
that
Nickelback
song.
fan. That's
I
a
play
good
that
song.
song to torture JP here at the
Yeah?
bar sometimes at 4 in the
Excuse
morning.
me.
So.
Wow, I thought I had a Nickelback song in my head, and then you just fucking
There
wiped
it
it
is.
right out. Whatever
There it
it was
is.
that I had.
Yeah, I don't know
Thank you,
I don't
Melody.
know another Nickel. That's the only one I know, but I know it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said the Kensington Canadian Police Force are absolutely not fucking around when it comes to arresting drunk drivers. Not only will they be arrested and fed to a moose, it's Canada,
I can think of way worse songs. What's the
but they're
worst
gonna
song?
play Nickelback's Silver Side Up.
Cherry Pie by Warrant. I would do anything to not have to hear that
Oh,
song.
my own.
I would. Mine would be that Meatloaf song where the
Did you love me? Did you love me forever?
Will you need me? Oh
I
my
love that
fucking
song.
god! Yeah.
Paradise by the Dashboard
yes.
Lights.
You hate that song?
Shoot me in the fucking
Really?
face.
That's
Yes.
interesting.
Every time I fucking that song comes on, I get bumps of
We
douches.
all grew up with
Like,
it.
it's
With
just-
we all
Terrible. I didn't know.
Their
Oh, I
only
hate
good
it.
album.
hate it.
Interesting. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
funny.
That's the heavy metal news for the week. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
fans, and Metal Injection.
Meow, meow. All right, so
Metal
next week, so a band sent me a song, and I'm sorry, we rushed this week, but I did get your song, and I'm going to put it
Holidays
up
and
next week.
stuff. Yay. So we'll
and it was
play some. Who's the band? Do you want to mention, or do you don't even remember? It's okay. if you
Yeah,
don't.
no, we'll talk about
Okay,
it next
we'll
week
talk about it
because
next
I
week.
listened to it, and I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna. It was interesting though. It wasn't
Okay.
what I
Cool.
expected.
And just a reminder, if you guys want to come to that American Waste, Black Flag, CJ Ramon show next Thursday, December 8th, you might want to think about getting tickets in advance.
You might not want to think about it. You might want to just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will talk to you next week.
Happy holidays. Peace out.
Later.
Holidays, Frankie.
It is the holiday.
Happy holidays.
I guess it's the fucking holiday season. All right. Bah humbug.
No, you ain't no.